नमस्सर्वेभ्यः कक्ष्यायां स्वागतम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। नमस्सर्वेभ्यः कक्ष्यायां स्वागतं। प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं कुर्मः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। हरिः ओं तत्सत्। पंचम उपभागे स्मः। तृतीयपाठे श्लोकेषु अन्वयक्रमः इति। अत्र किं क्रियते, चितश्लोकानां विषये इतोपि विशदतया न केवलं पदविभागः एवं व्याकरणांशाः ज्ञातव्याः। प्रत्येकस्मिन् पदस्य विभक्तिः एवं वचनम् इत्यादि लिंगम् एतत् सर्वं ज्ञातव्यं, सूचितव्यं च। अपि च क्रियापदानां विषये अपि तथा। अन्वयवाक्यं प्रतिपदार्थः अत्र आङ्ग्ले लिखितमस्ति, सरलसंस्कृते अपि लिखितुं शक्नुवन्ति। अन्वयक्रमेण एव लिखित्वा तत्र किञ्चित् पाश्चात्यभाषायां तत्समानरूपं लिखत। तत्र पाश्चात्य वाक्यं सम्यक् भवेदिति किमपि नास्ति। अर्थः ज्ञायते चेत् पर्याप्तं। तात्पर्यम् अस्माभिः दृष्टं, किञ्चित् विशदतया सरलवाक्यैः वर्णनीयमपि। तदतिरिच्य इदानीम् अत्र अन्वयरचना इति आकाङ्क्षापद्धत्यां क्रियते। यथा प्रश्नोत्तररीत्या सम्पूर्णवाक्यचक्रस्य ज्ञानं प्राप्नुमः। कुत्र विशेषणं कुत्र विशेष्यम् एतत् सर्वं तत्र ज्ञायते आकाङ्क्षापद्धत्या यदि वर्णनं कुर्मः। अग्रे वयं पश्यामः यत् पदविवरणम् इत्यस्मिन् भागे पदानां विवरणं, समासानां तद्धितानां च किञ्चित् विशेष पदरूपाणां विषये अपि वर्णनम् अपेक्ष्यते। एतत् सर्वं अस्माभिः करणीयं। तत्र किं, परन्तु अस्मिन् श्लोकेषु अन्वयक्रमः इति यत्र उपभागाः सन्ति सर्वेषु पाठेषु, तान् श्लोकान् स्वीकृत्य एव करणीयम् अस्माभिः। सुभाषितस्यापि कर्तुं शक्नुमः, तत्रापि अस्माभिः प्रयत्नं कृतं, परन्तु साक्षात् तत्र एतत् सर्वं करणीयमिति नास्ति। यथा पुस्तके वर्णितमस्ति तावत् ज्ञानं प्राप्यते चेत् पर्याप्तं। परीक्षादृष्ट्या ज्ञानदृष्ट्या तत्रापि सर्वं कर्तुं शक्नुमः एव। सर्वत्र अस्माकम् अवकाशः अस्ति एतत् सर्वं कर्तुं। तथा यदि कुर्मः तदा अस्माकं ज्ञानं सम्पूर्णमपि भवितुम् अर्हति। यत्किमपि स्यात् परीक्षायां कर्तुं शक्नोमि इति तत्र धैर्यमपि प्राप्नुमः। अस्तु, श्लोकेषु अन्वयक्रमः। मरुत्प्रयुक्ताश्च मरुत्सखाभं तमर्च्यमाराधभिवर्तमानं। तत्र दूरे अस्ति किल रेपः, तत् प्रथमं करणीयं। तदेव किञ्चित् क्लेशाय भवति। तमर् इति मकारादनन्तरम् अकारस्य अनन्तरं रेपस्य उच्चारणं भवेत्। तमर्च्यमाराधभिवर्तमानम् इति। पुनः आरम्भं करोमि। मरुत्प्रयुक्ताश्च मरुत्सखाभं तमर्च्यमाराधभिर्वर्तमानम् अवाकिरन् बाललताः प्रसूनैः आचारलाजैरिव पौरकन्याः। तत्तु उपमावाक्यम् अस्ति। उपरि यदभवत् तस्य वर्णनं। किं कुर्वन्तः स्मः? इदानीं वयं दिलीपराजेन साकं गच्छन्तः स्मः। रघुवंशात् स्वीकृतभागः किल। दिलीपराजः इदानीं नन्दिन्याः साकं वनं गतः। तत्र ताम् अनुसरन् सः गच्छन् अस्ति। तत्र किं भवति, कथं भवति, एतत् सर्वं वर्णितमस्ति साक्षात् कालिदासेन। अत्र श्लोकस्तु साक्षात् कालिदासेन यथा उक्तं तथैव अस्ति। किञ्चित् क्लिष्टकरमपि अस्ति इति वक्तुं शक्नुमः। सामान्यतया सर्वे सामान्य नामपदानि यानि अस्माभिः उपयुज्यते तथा न किञ्चित् उपरितनस्तरे अस्ति नामपदानां योजनम् अत्र वाक्यस्य रचना संरचना अपि किञ्चित् समासभूयिष्टमस्ति इति किञ्चित् अपेक्ष्यते ज्ञानाय पुनः पुनः पठनम् एवं क्रियते चेत् अन्ततो गत्वा ज्ञातुं शक्नुमः मरुत् प्रयुक्ताश्च अत्र मरुत् इति प्रातिपदिकं मारुतिः इति यदस्ति हनुमतः नाम मरुत् देवस्य मरुतः पुत्रः मारुतिः इत्येव तद्धितरूपं तत्र तु मरुत् इति वायुदेवः मरुत् अथवा वायुः इत्यपि वक्तुं शक्नुमः मरुत् प्रयुक्ताश्च प्र इति उपसर्ग युक्त इति जानीमः एङ्गेज्ड् so pluralization of this marut prayuktascha. Okay, so we can kind of see the shchutva there, shchutva due to sa adesha of visarga changing to shchutva followed by cha. So marut prayuktaha cha would be the reversal. Marut sakabham anuswara sandhi, nothing great there. Similar to the marut there, this is another pratipadika marut, but here with saka, sakha and abha shabdas. So there is a triad there. Then there is anuswara bindu in place of alantamakara. Tam archyam. Okay, so here tam archyam samyuktakshara, nothing, no sandhi. Tam archyam, again samyuktakshara, a separate out. Arat dakara is due to jashtva. So tam archyam arat abhivartamanam. Okay, so there are a few joins there. Some are simple joins, some are sandhi joins. So tam archyam, simple join. Archyam arat, simple join, there is no sandhi. Arat abhivartamanam, there is a jashtva before the simple join. So there is a jashtva of the takara. So tam archyam arat abhivartamanam. So many of these words are new to us, so we will learn them. Tam we know that. Okay, archyam we can guess, that which should be respected or something like that, worshipped, maybe the word archana, archyam, that which is to be worshipped. Okay, and then arat is a new word to more of us, we have to learn about it. It's not a sarve samanya pada that we already would very much, but it is in the sense of samipe, something like that. Okay, and it is, I think, an avyaya, though it has a panchami like sound. Don't assume it to be panchami. It is in the sense of saptami actually. It's an avyaya, nearby, samipe, like that. Okay, sakam, that one, another avyaya. Abhivartamanam, so mana, we know some kind of shanach pratyaya is there, and there is a karma placement. In Pullinga is clear, manam, manaha, manam, like that. So abhi we know is abhimukha, like it's a upasarga about facing something, right? Abhi, confronting, facing, in front, that sense. Vartate, vart, so this dhatu also we know. Okay, so this is exists. So abhivartate, exists in front. Abhivartamanaha, that which exists in front, some object in masculine, and karma positioning of that. So with our simple grammar knowledge, this much we can construct. Later we will see Rudi Bala, what the meaning would be. I mean, we got the literal meaning, but Rudi Bala, see, Abhivartamanam, as he remained. So in the karma position, the fellow as he remained. Vartate, remains, stays, so that is there. Okay, abhi is not having any particular translation here. Okay, vartamanam and abhivartamanam more or less, but stays in front is also possible there. Okay, so and the shanach gives the current continuous tense to the person who is doing it. So that is the grammar of that. So what I am doing here is I am exploding into the grammar aspects right there, rather than go, and then we can take a quick reading here. First, what we should do, as if I am also a student here trying to attempt the same exam, I am letting my brain work on this. Okay, yeah. Avakiran, So kirati is means to spread. Kirana, the word comes from the same act of spreading, like that. So ava upasarga is there, okay, and ava kiran shabda is there. Okay. So this is to ava gives the sense of sending something down. Avagachyati, understands gets it into his brain. That sense, the ava upasarga. Something, sending something down. So this kirana means to spread something. So spread something down. So some sense of sprinkling sense comes from avakirana. So avakiran. Okay, you 1 second. Some false calls are coming. Yeah. So balalataha. Okay. So this is another samasta. So the lata we know is a creeper, and balalata must be a very young creeper, and plurality of them, balalataha. So easy enough to understand. Strilinga pada, akaranta, strilinga, samastapade, bala cha asau lata, balalata, taha balalataha, like that. Is a karmadaraya. So the balatva is the property of the lata. So visheshana purva pada karmadaraya strilinge. Okay. Prasunaihi. Okay, prasuna, prasuti is a word we know in our normal language, which means an offspring, like that. The word prasuna is used in the sense of production of output from this. What is the baby of the balalata? Is the flower. So it's in the sense of flower here taken. Okay, prasunaihi. In other context, it may take some other rudi bhala in the strength of the sentence. Something else may be the prasuna. In the context, because once we reread the verse, we know what is that is showered, because there is a showering or sprinkling sense, and the thing karta here is the balalataha. What will they be able to shower? Either their dry leaves or their fresh flowers. So clearly Kalidasa won't be talking about dry leaves, so and you can't really call them prasuna. So this must be fresh flowers, okay, with fresh flowers. So I think something about sprinkling of fresh flowers by the young creepers. Okay. Achara lajaihi iva paura kanyaha. This is the upama portion. Okay. So here we need a little bit more knowledge to get. Paura kanya is easy. So pura paura taddita. So kanya girls are young ladies. Okay. So paura kanyas are basically young lady citizens of the kingdom, like that. Okay. And laja shabda is a very specific thing. Laja here is the pori we say in Kannada, Tamil we say puri and pori, like that one with rice, not the opened rice, the rice within its husk. When we dry fry them with some sand or something in a tawa, they will spurt into popcorns. Okay, they're not popcorn, it is popped rice. Okay.
Aralu.
Correct. Aralu is the word, correct. So that popped rice, it's having a specific shape. It separates from the husk and comes out with a similar to how a corn pops, the rice within its husk also pops. Okay. Unlike corn, where the husk removed corn itself pops because it has got a strong skin, with rice we should protect it within the husk to do the dry frying. If you just take a rice and try to fry, it will burn only. It may not pop. One or two might pop, but the internal skin is not strong enough to let them pop. It cannot hold the gases for the popping action to occur. Anyway, it's all technical. So the larger
ಮದುವೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಜ ಹೋಮ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Laja homa, correct. Very good. So the Laja homa is they use the same popped rice to do the homa, and even in other homas, one of the what you call products of the homa that we distribute is this. We actually in the Agni we do this popping and then use that popped ones and distribute it. Even a single piece is considered holy and is consumed as the product of the homa. Okay, Laja generation is like part of the Bali process involved in offering to the gods there. Anyway, Achara Lajaihi Iva Paura Kanyaha. So now, like just Bhagini pointed out, even in today's marriages, there is a very significant usage of this rice pops in fire ceremony, etc. As sprinkling that on the Vadhu Vara, etc. is considered a holy thing. and sometimes even consuming a few small portions of it. So the same achara clearly is denoted by Kalidasa as if the maidens of the town with the popped popped rice grains used to sprinkle it like avakiran. So they used to sprinkle it on the king as he passed, like that is clear. So here this is understood by us now in that sense. So this is Tritiya Bahuvachana prasunaihi acharalajaihi. Okay, and here what is the achara part of it? Basically the custom of using this popped rice is being indicated with the achara. Achara yukta ritya lajaihi, like that we can take some kind of expanded vigraha, now though that may not be meeting the samasa needs, but yeah, so we'll later see what the basic minimum samasa needs. But for our understanding, achara has to be explained as the traditional pops, rice pops, like that. Okay, so the prasunaihi is compared to the achara lajaihi. The flowers are compared to the popped rice here, and balalataha are compared to the paurakanya. In the case of Dilipa, paurakanya. In the case of Dilipa in the forest, it is balalataha, and Dilipa and Nandini. And the common action both these two are doing is avakiran. They did the sprinkling. How do we call it? Prokshana we call it in Kannada. Samskrita also it's prokshana. So that action. Okay. So marut prayuktascha marut sakabham tam archyam arat abhivartamanam avakiran balalataha prasunaihi acharalajairiva paurakanyaha. So this is describing how as they moved in the forest, okay, aided by the breeze, okay, how this king, and the king is described here, okay, abhivartamanam dilipam, that's the sense there. Okay, the balalatas sprinkled him with flowers, just as the maidens in the town would have sprinkled him with this laja. Okay, that is the overall sense. Now we will get the detailed word by word later quickly. Marut prayukta, and we did this, we have done all this breakdown, so I don't want to do this again, you guys have got it. So here lajairiva visargasya repasandhi is there, I didn't highlight that, but that is there. Okay, marut prayuktaha balalataha arat abhivartamanam marut sakabham archyam tam. So archyam is also a visheshana to him. Archyam abhivartamanam tam dilipam. Tam is a sarvanama reference to Dilipa. Okay, in bracket we can put Dilipam here. Okay, paurakanyaha acharalajaihi iva. This whole upama has been put in this segment. Prasunaihi avakiran. So now what is this? First, what is the karta in the whole sentence? Kriyapada is avakiran, lung. Okay, with ava upasarga, and akiran, ava plus akiran, lung with ava upasarga, avakiran. So kirati or something like that is the let version of that. So now that karya avakiran has to go with some kind of a plural karta. Who is the plural karta available here? Balalataha. Balalataha. So the next basic growth is balalataha avakiran. Kaihi avakiran. Actually, before we go to kaihi, we should go to kidrishyaha balalataha. Kidrishaha would be pullinga, kidrishyaha would be strilinga. So kidrishyaha balalataha. Marut prayuktaha balalataha. The balalatas who are encouraged by wind, or basically they are motivated by wind. Motivated means their motivation actually means mobility. Mot is movement only. So moved by the breeze. Okay, arat abhivartamanam marut sakabham archyam tam dilipam. So this whole thing is Visheshana stack on Dilipa, and Dilipa is the karma for whatever action of avakirana. So that's coming next with its Visheshana. And Arat goes as a Upapada to Abhivartamanam. Arat Abhivartamanam as a pair. Then Marutsakabam as a Visheshana to Dilipam, Archyam as Visheshana to Dilipam, Tam as a Sarvanama reference to Dilipam, Paurakanyaha. So one karta over there, but this karta is from this subservient sentence segment. Paurakanyaha acharalajaihi iva. So iti iva is used in the sense of a upa vakya kanda there. So how do we complete this vakya kanda separately? You can. Paurakanyaha acharalajaihi tam dilipam avakiran is a segment, but we don't need tam dilipam avakiram again because it's already part of the main. So this can go as a subservient wheel under the main. Paurakanyaha acharalajaihi iva prasunaihi avakiran. This is the Karanakaraka showing with the flowers avakiran. Okay, and there it is acharalajaihi avakiran. So you can see Balataha goes with Paurakanyaha, Acharalajaihi goes with Prasunaihi, Avakiran is the Samanya Dharma, we call it in Upama. Two Upamana Upameya pairs and one Samanya Dharma. The Karanakaraka also has Upamana Upameya pair, the Karta also has Upamana Upameya pair. Okay. We will see alankaras later. At that time, we will be able to appreciate what I am saying a little bit. This upamana, upameya, samanya dharma. I am a little throwing these words ahead of time. Okay, all right. So we will read it once more. Marutprayuktaha balalataha arat abhivartamanam marutsakabham archyam tam dilipam paurakanyaha acharalajaihi iva Prasunaihi avakiran. See, the tonality we use is what conveys the sentence segments. That all that Sangeeta of rendition makes very critical. That is what we call Dhwani and Kaku, things like that. The Dhwani is very critical in speech. If I read it like a robot, in fact robots read better than humans nowadays, thanks to AI. But anyway, if I read it like a old time robot, Marut Prayuktaha Balalataha Arada Vivartamanam Marut Sakapam Martyam Tam Paurakanya, this sounds like some puja without any bhakti. Okay, don't do it. Okay, Balalataha, the young creepers, Marut Prayuktaha, wafted by the wind, nice usage. Avakiran, showered, Tam, him, Dilipa, Archyam, who was worthy of worship, Abhivartamanam, as he remained, Arat, close by. Okay, Arat Abhivartamanam order is better. Anyway, this is all English order, that's why it's not great. Marutsakabham with radiance like fire. This we had not seen analyzed. Abha means shine, and Marutsakha, who is the friend of Marut? Fire. Okay. So with radiance, not R-E or A here, with radiance like fire, Prasunaihi with flowers, Paurakanya Kanyaha Yatha, as would the city maidens, Acharalajaihi with the customary fried grains, which is the picture I have. If somebody is still a confusion about how it looks, this is how it looks, and we have to make it with this. Okay. Yada Dilip Tatparyam. In fact, why we are losing Gubachi, what do we call them? Sparrows in the cities is because we don't have this. Sparrows like this. So they move to the rural areas where fields of rice are there, where they get this. And also they get opportunity to brood in good old roofs. Now everybody is putting RCC and killing their ability to brood, to stay in the night and live. Anyway, Tatparyam. Yada Dilipaha aranye gacchati sma tada marga parshve lataha tasya upari pushpani avakirnavatyah. So here avakirnavati, they have taken the Tavatu sense of the same avakir in a sense. Okay, Tatra Vayuhu Karanam. So when Dilipa was going in the forest next to the road, okay, so Arat Abhivartamanam gives the sense of Marga Parshva there. Okay, Lataha Tasya Upari, that Upari is coming from the Avakiran sense. also, because it has to be from up to down. Pushpani avakirnavatyah. Tatra vayuhu karanam, from marut prayuktaha lataha, that has been extracted. Yada dilipah nagarat bahihi gacchati. So usually the achara is being explained. Yada dilipah nagarat bahihi gacchati athava punaha agacchati, that also. Tada purasya or nagarasya balikaha, okay, kanyaha could have been used here, they have used balikaha. Api evameva sampradayika lajaha, sampradayika, vriddhi is there, tadita, sampradayika lajaha. So the traditional rice pops, avakirantisma, they used to do that. Ayam sampradayah, again they have insisted. Vanepi dilipasya rajopacharah kritaha latabihi. It's as if Kalidasa is explaining the fact that he was a king is even acknowledged by the citizens of the forest, the trees and the latas. In fact, he has more verses about how the trees, etc., sing, and it's very colorful. Okay, yeah. So Anvaya Rachana, Avakir. Yes, Bhagini.
So what is Ayam Sampradayah mean here?
This is the tradition.
Okay, Sampradaya means tradition also.
Tradition.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, sir.
Oh, sometimes Rudi Sampradaya, some other meanings are taken, but first important meaning is tradition. Okay, Avakiran Nikshiptavatyaha. Okay, here because they have taken Tavatu, they have to take Strilinga. Avakiran is a linga-less pada. Okay, so Kriya Padam. Kaha avakiran balalataha avakiran kartrapadam. Kidrishyaha balalataha marut prayuktaha balalataha. Kaihi avakiran prasunaihi. Kam avakiran tam. In here I can put dilipam in bracket, it will be nice. Kidrisham tam abhivartamanam tam. Kutra abhivartamanam arat abhivartamanam. So nearby. Okay. Punaha kidrisham Marutsakabham. So this Marutsakabham goes with Dilipa as a one who was having the radiance like the friend of the wind, which is radiance of the fire. What a beautiful construction. Punaha kidrisham archyam, one who is worthy of such archana. Archyam. Okay. Kathamiva avakiran paurakanyaha acharalajaihi iva. Look at this technique. They have not further broken this wheel down. They have just taken the whole Upama Vakya in one segment there. Technically, you can actually go below and do a little bit. If Kaha avakiran, Paurakanyaha avakiran, Kaihi avakiran, Acharalajahi avakiran. No problem. You can do that. Kind of obvious, but it's nice to do that below this after writing that. Okay. Kathamiva. Kathamiva is not needed because Eva is there. So this is the colorful imagination of Kalidasa in the Upama Alankara, and this is the reality of how things happen in the forest. Obviously flowers sprinkle, but Kalidasa is giving a animation attribute to the act of the flowers falling. Okay, here is a AI production of the scene in the Pura. AI is quite smart in generating some images for us to help demonstrate all this. Okay. It just takes 4 sentences to generate that image in less than 30 seconds. Okay. Visheshaha. Padavivaranam. Okay, once we will read the verse again. Marut prayuktascha marut sakabham tam archyam aradhabivartamanam avakiran balalataha prasunaihi acharalajairiva paurakanyaha. Padavivaranam. So the marut prayuktaha, so akaranta strilinga pratama vibhakti bahuvachana. More or less I have kind of in place, I have done it. I have not gone into akaranta, but you please go through this and internalize. But I think Kriyapada will be interesting, so that we will read fully. Okay, so ava upasarga purvakaha kr dhatuhu. Okay, this is not kr karane, this is kr kirana, that one, kirati, that one. So this is dirgha r. So okay, look at this. Okay, kr dhatuhu. Okay, what is the form? achar, avakiran, like. So prathama purusha bahuvachana, bhutakala lang, that's akiran, like that. So bhutakala lang, prathama purusha bahuvachana. So they have written it with this codification. You can use this same technique, okay, or you can also use numeric techniques if you wish, okay. For example, 1.3 lung is enough. Yeah.
There is it pa is parasmai.
Prathama purusha. Prathama purusha, sorry, parasmaipadi. You are right. Here is prathama purusha. This is parasmaipadi. Yeah. Now sometimes we may not have all the detailed knowledge, but we know at least from avakiran this form is parasmaipadi form. That is enough for us. So whether the dhatu is ubhayapadi, etc., we don't know. But here the parasmaipadi is indicating this usage, which is akiran is parasmaipadi application of the lung. Yeah. So you can put it down if you know. If you don't know, leave it alone. That's all. That's what you do. Okay. Write what you know. Don't guess and put the wrong thing. Akarantah balalata shabdah, like this they have gone. Any other interesting things here? Nothing much. Okay, so I think the kriya pada is usually the more challenging ones amongst this. Others here and there we might make a mistake, but should be much easier. What vibhakti, what vachana, whether it's avyaya. See, cha, arat, iva, these are all avyayas. Okay, 3 avyayas we have. So now collect them in your head. This, for example, cha and iva we knew. Arat is samipe. Samipe is actually saptami. Whereas, for example, sakam, something like that, nearby. Sakam is more like with. How do you, what other thing is there? Okay, it's nothing immediately coming to my mind in avyaya vachaka of nearby. So, this is one.
Saniham. Saniham. Samipam.
Sanniham is sannidha, sannidhihi, sannidhau, something like that. Saptami version is there. You can use sannidhau. I'm not able to exactly catch what you're trying to pronounce. Samiham, what?
Samipe.
Samipe is saptami. I already used.
Sannidhe is one.
Yeah, these are all saptami versions of declinable words. There is avyaya. I cannot immediately think of another one, but arat is there. Okay, anyway, we'll stick to that. Okay, samasaha. This is interesting for us. So marut prayuktaha, maruta prayuktaha. By the marut who was motivated, something like that. Okay. Motivated or triggered or made to move like that. So maruta. So this one is tritiya. Marut shabdasya tritiya. So let us see marut shabda. Occasionally it's good to learn because there are 2-3 versions of marut here. So marut, marutau, marutaha. Okay. Marut, marutau, marutaha. Marutam, marutau, marutaha. Maruta, marudbyam, marudbihi. Marute, marudbyam, marudbyaha. Marutah, marudbyam, marudbyaha. Marutah, marutoho, marutam. Maruti, marutoho, marutsu. Okay, interesting. Takaranta, only confusion for me, is it Napumsaka or Pumlinga? We have to check the database. Okay, because the Pratama Dvitiya complete identity indicates to me it could be a Napumsaka Linga Shabda, which would be surprising, but Sanskrit is like that. Okay, marut, marutau, marutaha. So marutihi comes from this taddut taddita. Marutaha idam apatyam puman marutihi, like that. In that case, I don't know, it's stakshat apatyam, gotra apatyam, whatever, I don't know. Anyway, then you see shashti, marutaha sakha. Shashti tatpurushaha, see marutaha form there. It comes in Panchami also, Shashti also, but we have to pick the Shashti here in this case. So friend of wind, Marutsakaha, and that is Agnihi. Marutsakasya abha. See, this is the primary word, abha. So Shrilinga pada, Kantihi. So Marutsakasya abha, Marutsakabha. Iva abha yasya saha. Bahuvrihi he has taken. Okay, so actually Marutsakasya abha if you stop there, that much is karmadharaya. So you can actually do that. One step you can do. Marutsakasya abha. Actually no. So that is Shashti Tatpurusha. Again it will become Marutsakasya abha. So but here what is the thing? Marut sakabham is there. So marut sakasya abha yata yasya saha. Then marut sakabha, pulling a conversion has been taken into Tatpurusha there. Bahuvrihi there, sorry, into Bahuvrihi. Okay. So because abham it concludes. Okay. But you can actually separately take abha yasya saha abha. Like that also is possible. I mean, you cannot call it Bahuvrihi. It's some kind of tadita prakriya which we can take to humanify the abha. Okay. So, but here they have taken it as a Bahuvrihi conversion, taking the whole stack. Purvapada Marutsaka and abha, and Marutsakasya abha iva abhayasya saha. Some kind of Bahuvrihi it will be. When we learn, go back and see this eva type of thing, we can describe what is Upamana Purvapada. Something it will be. I don't know. Okay. Balascha taha lataha cha karmadharaya. Bala lataha. See, this we knew karmadharaya, except I used a different vigraha vakya. Balaha asau lataha cha bala lataha. Like that. But balascha taha balatascha, instead of they used lata, I used singular. Balacha asau latacha balalata taha balalataha. That's another way. No problem. They have shown both in the text earlier. Okay. And this is Visheshana Purvapada Karmadharaya. They have not indicated, but we know. No. Okay. Acharartaha lajaha. Madhyamapade lopivat they have done. Achara lajaha taihi. So, if you see, this is a madhyamapada lopi karmadharevat drishyate. Achara tatpurusha they have indicated without indicating any vibhakti version, which means it is, I think, madhyamapada lopi karmadharaya samasa in my mind. Acharartaha lajaha achara lajaha, or in singular acharartaha lajaha acharartha lajaha taihi acharartha lajaihi. We can take it into Tritiya Bahuvachana straight away that way. Pauraha cha taha kanyaha cha. So again, just like balalataha paura kanyaha. Okay. Pauraha cha taha kanyaha cha karmadharaya. So again, it's two ways of there. I think this is easier. This cha type method is easier. You can stick with that. Again, paurascha taha kanyascha could have been done. Like the jastva, sakara adesha and jastva has been done. Sorry, chutva has been done there. You can do that here also. They are shown separate. They are showing you can do that way, you can do this way. Feel free. That's what they are telling you with these different applications. It's not careless. It is carefully showing different forms for us in using examples. Okay, and every time when we see a new word that may not be so easy to decline, it will be nice to throw a table and look at it once at least. Okay, yeah. Marut prayuktascha marut sakabham tamarchyamārād abhivartamanam avakiran balalataha prasunaihi acharalajairiva paurakanyāha. Nice. Now, having learnt it over the last 20 however minutes I used, when we read this again, it is so clear. The black and white nature of the meaning comes through to us. That's the beauty. And if we keep practicing like this, different verses, a year later when we come back to this verse, we would have actually done better without needing any refresh. Okay, to understand it again, because it paints a picture. That's what these pictures remind us. These pictures strengthen the word's meaning for us. That's why we read Sahitya, not some random sentences which don't carry any cultural significance. Nothing is useless for us. We learned so much here. We learnt how the Kavi is using this Upama. We learnt what is Upama Vachaka, all those things. We learnt Samanya Dharma. We learnt what is this Laja business, what is Achara Laja business, why it is Achara Laja, where do Paurakanyas come in, what is the Paddhati. So much to learn. And we learned Marutsaka for Marutsakaha, I think maybe, for fire. So many things to learn. And then kru dhatu, we have seen a proper application of that in the question, and so many samasa varieties we learned. So there is one verse is so much to learn. Okay, I am literally going overboard with these verses in time. I am sorry. Let me go a little faster.
Mahodaya. Mahodaya, one acharartha lajam. That acharaya
acharaya can be used. If you use acharaya, then you can take it into a vibhakti version of tatpurusha. If you use the artha shabda, a little bit you are moving away from vibhakti, but you can take a chaturthi vibhakti tatpurusha also sense, yes, rather than go into artha pada lopa and all that sense. If you take artha in the sense of a suffix for chaturthi, then you are right. Yes, correct. We can take acharaya lajaha, I think. Acharaya lajaha, achara lajaha, taihi achara lajaihi, chaturthi tatpurushaha. Correct. That is better than some madhyama padalopi nonsense which is not really required here. So we should take this artha suffix as a chaturthi vibhakti suffix. Then it's okay. Okay? Yeah.
Mahodaya, this balascha tam latascha and pauraha cha ta kanyaha, will they be visheshan purva karma?
Correct. The latas are bala, so there is a visheshanatva of lata, and the kanyas are paura kanyas, so that is a visheshanatva of kanyas. They are not some kanyas, they are paura kanyas. Yeah.
Thank you.
For example, Balalata or Vanalata. Vanalata is more like Paurakanya. Here the Kavi couldn't use Vanalata because he needed some Dirga. He needed some Guru. So he went with Balalata. So for example, if you were to say Balalata, the vritti he is using requiring a Guru Akshara there and a Hrasva Akshara here, Guru Lagu. So he has gone with Bala. If it was requiring Lagu, he would have gone with Vanalataha. See, they use all these techniques. Anyway. Why he went Bala also? Because of Kanya here on this side. Very smart. I mean, we have to get into the head of Kalidasa now. When we look at these verses, slowly we get into his head. As he is creating them, what all is going through his brain. Yeah. Another question was there from someone. Did I hear wrongly?
Sir, I think.
Please ask Divya Bhagini. Go ahead and ask.
Yeah, it is resounding, so I was just thinking. So
because I think you have 2-3 devices, I think.
No. Okay, this fourth one, I think it is pointing to fifth one, right? That is why Tatpurusha has been used.
Fourth one is pointing to fifth one. You mean this 4, this 5?
Yeah.
No. That samasa analysis has nothing to do with the fifth samasa analysis. No. There is no in the Vakya there may be relationship, but in the samasa, the samasa artha has been taken, yes, with some sense to what is the meaning in the main verse. So the Tatpurusha variety has been taken here, but it's not with respect to Karmadharaya of the next one or anything.
I thought it was pointing to the Kanya who does that thing, that is who Achara Artha Lajaha is
no,
done
that
by
is a sentence relationship, Bhagini. There is for samasa analysis you don't need to go with that karakatva, namapada relationship, all those things you don't need. Just you need the contextual meaning of that achara laja and then break it down, that's all.
Okay. Fine, sir. Thank you.
इत्थं व्रतं धारयतः प्रजार्थं समं महिष्या महनीय कीर्तेः सप्त व्यतीयुर्स्त्रिगुणानि तस्य दिनानि दिनोद्धरणोचितस्य इत्थं व्रतं धारयतः प्रजार्थं समं महिष्या महनीय कीर्तेः सप्त व्यतीयुः त्रिगुणानि tasya dinani dinodharanochitasya. So if you see a lot of numbers are coming, sapta, triguna, dina. So this is now clearly talking about the number of days of the activity of the king is clearly. And for example, itham vratam dharayatah mahaniya kirtehe. So this is of the king. So the one who was having great fame. So of this Dilipa who was having a great fame, okay, what kind of further by what kind of Dilipa? Ittam vratam dharayatah kam krute prajartham prajanam krute. Okay, so kesham krute prajanam krute, like that. Okay, so prajartham itham vratam dharayatah mahaniya kirtehe dilipasya, like that. Okay, in bracket. And also samam mahishya, mahishya samam. Okay, with samam is in apyaya in the sense of with, saha samam, like. So mahishya samam itham prajartam vratam dharayatah mahaniya kirtehe dilipasya, in bracket, sapta trigunitani dinani, tasya is there again for mahaniya kirtehe. Okay, sapta trigunani dinani vyatiyuhu, and some more is there, dinodharanochitasya. So this is also shashti. So again this is also dinodharana, kshamyatam, yeah, dinodharanochitasya. So dina uddharana chita, chitah yasya. Okay, so dina dinodharanochitasya, the king who was with the mentality of bringing up those who needed aid, that kind of Dilipa. So mahaniya kirtihi, dinodharanochitaha, these are all visheshana to our king. Okay, so of him 7 multiplied by 3, sapta trigunani dinani vyatiyuhu. So like this, in this seva of Nandini, okay, Dilipa with his Mahishi, with his queen, okay, spent 21 days. So this is actually coming many verses later. One of the Upamalankara verse which describes how Dilipa's movement in the forest was is thrown in for us, for our benefit. Then they have skipped forward to the 21st day because lot of interesting things start emerging as you will see. Okay, so Vrata, because he had taken the oath to do seva of Nandini according to directive of Vasishta along with his Mahishi. So dharayatah, one who has worn that vrata, one who has taken up that vrata, carrying out that vrata, okay, that resolve. Itham, like this. And for what? Prajartham. How this is also explained very beautifully in Vyakhyanas. His entire desire to beget a son is nothing so selfish. Okay, because if these kings didn't have strong progenies whom they designated as heir apparent, etc., the kingdom will go for a toss, which we know very well in case of India also, even today. So that's why he wanted to beget a suitable son who was capable of ruling. Very easily, if amongst couple of sons, if it didn't see a quality in one, they would not promote that person, even if he was the elder. So there used to be a lot of training given to ensure that they are qualified, but beyond that, if there is nothing inside the chitta, what can you do? So they used to sidetrack them without any this thing, because otherwise he will sit in the throne, means the whole kingdom will come down. So that was more important. So that's why the Prajartham. And then Mahishya Samam shows them working as a pair on this act. Her role is equally important as his role in the whole thing. Okay, it may be pointless without her support. Okay, all right. So Ittam vratam dharayatah prajartam samam mahishya mahaniya kirtehe sapta vyatiyus trigunani. So vyatiyuhu has become sakara there. Vyatiyus trigunani tasya dinani dinodharanochitasya. Okay, so you do this now. Okay, they have reversed lot of the Oh, this time they have highlighted 1, 2. Oh no, this is just numerical. Here, this time they have shown it. Anuswara Sandhi reversal. Everywhere they have shown. I think they have not explained it so much. If you see there, the Sandhi and all will come in this Vishesha section here and there. Actually, Sandhi, there is no explanation. I think they are focusing on Samasa, but you be ready with Sandhi also. I am explaining. Technically, when we break down to Padavibhaga, the Sandhi Vibhajana has happened, so it will be nice if we can identify the Sandhi as we go along. So, Anuswara Sandhi, this is a Shashti, and then Prajartham, Anuswara Sandhi, Samam Anuswara Sandhi, Mahaniya Kirtehe, nothing special there. Sapta, this word is like that, okay. You don't add a Visarga unnecessarily, okay. Vyatiyuhu, here there is a Visargasya Sakaraha, okay. You can break it off. Trigunani, nothing there. Tasya, dinani, nothing there. Dina uddharana. Dina, sorry, I keep making the same mistake. Dina uddharana, dinodharana. So there is a, u, o, guna sandhi. Okay, it's within the samasta. Dinodharana, uchitasya, a, u, o. Again, there is a guna sandhi. So 2 guna sandhis as part of the samasa. Dina uddharana, uchitasya. Not chitta. Chitta it would have been. So uchitasya, like that. I made a mistake earlier breaking it down as chitta. It is uchita. Let us see what they do in the samasa analysis here later. Dinanam uddharanam uchitaha. See, correct. Dinodharane uchitaha. Dinodharana uchitaha. Okay. I think in my textbook these words were a little bit missed in the, I think there is some editing thing. So after this Padavibhaga Anvaya Vakya has got wrapped in, maybe it's corrected in your textbooks, but I have added it here.
No, sir. In our textbook also it is like
error is there. Somebody failed to, I think it's the same print basically still. Until the books finish, they can't edit it. It's okay. It's not a big deal. We know enough now to do these things. So I have added it in. Yeah, somebody else had a question in between?
Yeah, sir, this dharayataha, this is, they have given as a pullinga pada. So its declension will be like marut only, sir.
Yeah, I think it is marut like word. Okay, dharayat, dharayataha, something like that. Actually, dharayan will be the Shatranta Prathama. In Shashti, that dharayan Shabda will become dharayataha.
Yeah, okay.
Dharayati, Dharati, Dharayati are the Samanya and Nijanta versions of Swarte Nich maybe. Okay, versions of the Dhatu. Then in the Shatranta form it is Dharayan in Pullinga, but the Pratipadika is Dharayat, and in Shashti it takes the Dharayat and becomes Dharayataha.
Okay. So, but this is here, it is in Shashti or Dvitiya?
It is in Shashti, Ekavachana, Shatranta Rupa, as the one who is wearing.
Okay.
It's personified into Dilipa, Shashti.
Okay.
Dilipasya.
Can I just come in? Dhareta appears actually thrice in the table. One is Dvitiya, Bahuvachana, and I think Panchami and Shashti Ekavachana. They are the same Rupa. The Bahuvachana of Prathama will be
Marut table also had like that. If you go back, Bhagini earlier was right. There is Marut. See, for example, Marutaha, 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 Marutaha. 5 places we can say Marutaha. Here it may be because it is Napumsaka, etc. Okay.
Generally, Napumsaka has this form.
Has a little bit of such overlap forms. Okay.
Yeah.
So we saw in 3 places and 2 more places. Okay. So very contextual knowledge is required to conclude the Vibhakti sometimes. Okay. Dharayan, Dharayan, Dharayantau, Dharayantaha, something like that. Maybe in Pullinga it may have Antaha ending. I need to check also. Okay. But Bhagini is saying in Dvitiya Bahuvachana it takes Dharayataha. Nakara is lost in Dvitiya Bahuvachana. Maybe she is right. I don't have any clarity in my head as to that form, but she is saying Dvitiya Bahuvachana also has Dharayataha and Shashti also has Dharayataha. Here if you see Marut Shabda, Panchami also has Dharayataha. We need to check Dharayat Shabda in Pullinga to see whether Panchami also has Dharayataha. Maybe it's not Dharayata, maybe, I don't know.
Thank you, sir.
Anyway, it will be interesting, Bhagini, to go to ashtadhyayi.com, find some takaranta pullinga shabda, maybe you will get something close, and then look and okay, nod our head saying, okay, this is how it generally declines. We can't hope to memorize, but at least we can appreciate some commonalities. Yeah.
Marut Shabda is a Pullinga.
Pullinga only, is it, Bhagini? Oh, it's very interesting because in Pullinga also it is having complete duplication in Pratama Dvitiya.
Vipaschit Gurut Ityadayah.
Okay, first line there must be Sambodhana, so we will ignore that. So second and third is what is important for us. So Marutaha, Marutaha. Okay. So we know Sambodhana Bahuvachana is same as Pratama Bahuvachana, so that need not be highlighted again. So 8 lines are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Marut is a name, and Dharayata becomes a Shatripraya Pratyayanta. So there's a difference between Dharayata and Marut. Both are takara ending.
Dharayat.
There is a difference.
Don't make it ta. Dharayat and Marut.
Takaranta.
I told it is a Shatranta was mentioned by me. Okay. If you were listening, Dharayat is the Pratipadika, Dharayan is the Pratama Ekavachana, Dharayataha is Shashti Ekavachana. I mentioned all that.
So Dharayan becomes the Shatru Pratyaya, no?
Dharayan Pratama Ekavachana Rupa, the Pratipadika is Dharayat Takaranta.
Correct. Pratipadika is the same.
Okay.
But there's a difference between the Marut Shabda and the Dharayat Shabda.
No, other Bhagini was not contesting that is Shatranta. Marut is not being called Shatranta by her. Okay. Itham, in this manner, Prajartham for progeny. See, Prajartham for progeny. How far inference has been taken. Okay. Vratam, Dharayataha tasya, the one who observed, as he observed the vow. So the Shatranta has been brought with as he observed a vow. Mahishyasamam, along with his queen. Mahaniya Kirtehe, he who was of great fame. Okay. So Mahaniya Kirtehe, so the Kirti being fame. Actually again the same Kru Dhatu is involved in Kirti. Okay. So one whose greatness is known all around, Kirti. Okay, is spreading all around, that sense. Okay. Dinodharanochitasya, so who was intent on uplifting the distressed. Okay. Trigunani, 3 times, Sapta, 7, Dinani, days. Okay, so 21 days. Vyatiyuhu, past. Okay. So this is Bahuvachana. So this one, where is, if you want to understand where is this Vyatiyuhu coming from? Okay, we know. Okay, what is this? So, in gatau. In is the dhatu. Okay. So you look it up in ashtadhyayi.com and understand its forms. Tatparyam. Evam Chakravarti Dilipaha Patnya Sudakshinaya Saha Vratam Grihitavan. So with his wife he took the Vrata. Santana Praptihi eva tasya uddeshaha asit. Vratasya uddeshaha. Dilipasya api uddeshaha. Tasya ityatra vratasya uddeshaha iti svikartavyam. Saha dinanam uddhare, shamyatam, dinanam uddhare sada datta chittaha bhavati sma. One who had given his chitta for uddhara. See what they are going behind. If you see here, the Uchita Shabda, if you further look at its genesis, somewhere chitta may come into the picture. That's what I am thinking. That's why Uchita, this word chitta, datta chitta bhavati sma, has been taken by Samskrit Bharati. If you go into the Vyutpatti of Uchita, maybe we will see chitta involved in that. At least I am guessing from this datta chitta. Okay, bhavati sma. So tasya kirtihi, datta chitta means one who is putting his mind to it, that sense. Tasya kirtihi sarvatra prasruta asit. That is the mahaniya kirtihi. Pratidinam saha nandinyaha sevam karoti sma. So where is this coming from? Pratidinam saha nandinyaha sevam karoti sma. Nothing is here, right? So itham gives that. Why itham? Because before all the verses before that was about Nandini Seva. May not be this particular verse, but so that itham is about the sangati with the previous descriptions of how he helped Nandini. Okay. All right. So itham is explaining this. Pratidinam saha nandinyaha sevam karoti sma. Evam ekavimshatihi dinani gatani. Okay. Ekavimshatihi is a trilingaka shabda. So in this context, because it is a visheshana to dinani, it is in the napumsaka mold without any change in its form. If you want to identify the grammar of this, you should say trilingakaha atra napumsake bahuvachane. Like that we have to write. Okay. Okay. That's not one. That's not there in the verse, so we won't be analyzing. I'm just telling you about it every chance. Vyatiyuhu gatani. Okay. Went. Kani vyatiyuhu dinani vyatiyuhu. So dinani vyatiyuhu. So that is the primary thing here. Okay. But kasya dinani dilipasya artat tasya artat mahaniya kirtehe etc. etc. Okay. Stack on top of. So the karta here is days itself past. The days past. Whose days? King's days with his wife. Okay. Kani vyatiyuhu dinani vyatiyuhu kartrupadam. See, they have highlighted here. Remember which is the kartrupada. Kati dinani sapta kidrishani sapta trigunani. Beautiful way to extract. Okay. 7 3 times. This is a very, very common style amongst, if you see Bhaskara's Leelavati works, etc., he will use this kind of thing to show large numbers as 3 times this, 7 times that, like that. Okay. Kasya dinani tasya. And here Dilipasya would be nice to throw in. Whenever we see Sarvanama, next you put the proper Nama there. Kidrishasya tasya dinodharanochitasya. No need to break down here. And punaha kidrishasya mahaneya kirtehe. Punaha kidrishasya dharayataha. Kim dharayataha vratam dharayataha. So the Shatranta Visheshana to Dilipa brought out. And because Shatranta has a connotation of some action associated with him, any relation of other words to that action of dharana, vrata dharana. So vratam. Kim dharayataha, vratam dharayataha, kaya samam dharayataha. So this mahishya samam dharayataha has been beautifully brought out. Okay. So you see avyaya has been taken with kaya samam. Means Strilinga here because answer is in Strilinga. So we can do this question after knowing the answer a little bit. To and fro is involved like we saw earlier. Kimartham dharayataha prajartham. Okay. So that one. Okay. Katham dharayataha itham. And itham here is giving the whole consensus of Nandinyaha sevayam dharayataha. Yeah. Somebody has unmuted. Yeah.
Why dharayataha is not kriyapada? Dharati, dharayataha.
The Shatranta. It is a kriya vachaka, but it is personified now. See, you remember the first lesson itself I showed. There are, in Samskrita Vakya, there can be one Tinganta, one Kriyapada, which is the Pradhana Kriya. You cannot have 2 Pradhana Kriyas, then it will be 2 sentences. But there can be Upakriyas are called Apradhana Kriyas. How do the Apradhana Kriyas take part in a sentence in Sanskritam? They take part as personified or nominal Kriyas.
Yes.
Okay, nominal kriyas, if I can use that phrase. Okay, and so here the dharayataha is a nominal kriya. It has that dharana bhava. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the exercise is to understand which is the main kriya.
Oh yeah. Before we get to Anvaya Rachana, the first thing we are taught to do, if you remember from earlier step, find out the pradhana kriya, find out the apradhana kriyas which are in Shatranta or Tumunantas and so on and so forth. Okay.
Okay.
And then like for example, typically it will be Shatranta, Shanajanta, Tumunanta, Tvanta, Lyabanta, a few other varieties. Okay, which will come as apradhana kriyas. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, one question, sir. About the word Vyatiyuhu. This is pure Tingantam?
This is a pure Tingantam. This dhatu is in a very special gana. That's why you see the form is actually, yeah.
Couldn't find in ashtadhyayi.com. That's why.
Oh, okay. You are looking for Vyatiyuhu, you won't get. You have to look for In Gatav. And then look.
Okay. In the dhatu part, huh?
Iyuhu will be the form. Maybe.
In the dhatu. Okay.
Atiyuhu
I'll
or
try.
iyuhu, one of these forms it will be.
I'll try.
You see here, gatau, this one, you look for it.
Okay, sir. I'll try.
इत्थं व्रतं धारयतः प्रजार्थं समं महिष्या महनीयकीर्तेः सप्तव्यतीयुस्त्रिगुणानि तस्य दिनानि दीनोद्धरणोचितस्य. First time I got it dino. I get extra marks. Visheshaha. So this you guys analyze. I'm not going to spend time. So let's see here. Here you have all your answer almost here. V upasarga plus ati upasarga yukta. So upasarga dvaya purvakah in dhatuhu parasmaipadi bhutakalaha lit lakare. Okay. Pratama purushe bahuvachane cha. You look the table here, Varya. Iyaya iyatuhu iyuhu iyayitha iyetha, two forms. Iyatuhu iya iyaya iyaya iyiva iyima. Better we stay far away from this dhatu. Very tough. Sounds
Plus
like all
it's
swaras.
got the
Iyiva.
upasarga.
Huh?
Plus it's got the upasarga. That's
Upasarga.
why
V plus ati. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So iyuhu. This is the form we are looking at. And V plus ati plus iyuhu. So vyatiyuhu. V plus ati, you get a. So there is a yana. And then the vyatiyuhu. Dirgha, savarna dirgha. Between ati and iyuhu. Okay. Savarna dirgha, but same iyuhu remains. One single dirgha remains. This ikara goes away. Harasva ikara goes away. Okay. And it's also a good place. So we learnt about iyuhu. That's nice. I am glad I put some effort in putting this picture rather than some colorful nice to look at but not so useful other pictures. So this is more useful for us. And let us look at few other things. So we have dharayat has generated lot of heat in the class. So let us learn this. So dharayat, dharayanti, dharayanti. Okay. Dharayat, dharayanti, dharayanti. There's a sambodhana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So leave that alone. So dharayat, dharayanti, dharayanti. Dharayata, dharayadbyam, dharayadbihi. Dharayate, dharayadbyam, dharayadbyah. Dharayata. Almost like Marud Shabda it is going. Okay. Then Mahishi, Mahishyav, Mahishyaha. Mahishi, Mahishyav, Mahishyaha. I think this is sambodhana. Second row. Mahishim, Mahishyav, Mahishihi, Mahishihi. Mahishya, Mahishi, Byam, Mahishi, Bihi, etc. etc. So, Ikaranta Strilinga Shabda. Mati Shabdavat. Mati, Matyav, Matyaha. Mati, Matyav, Matyaha. Mati. He Mati, Matyav, Matyaha. Mati, Matyav. Mati is Ikaranta Risva, so Nadi Shabdavat. Bagini, tell me.
Sir, just the way Sapta is given here like Saptan Shabda. So all other numbers are also like this, like they have.
Yeah. They have. See, Sapta is a Nitya Bahuvachana, so it has declension only in one column. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
So
like Ashta is also Ashtan.
Ashtan, correct. All of them have some, because they need to decline. They have some anta.
Okay.
We don't almost look at it. We just read it as Sapta and memorize it permanently that way. But
Yeah,
you see,
I never knew that they have also forms.
Yeah. Because they have to have other vibhaktis, right? In fact, you can even address it. It looks like Hey Sapta.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
But that is the default. Everybody has a sambodhana, whether you use it or not. The table.
It is again like Ekadashan, Dvadashan. Is it like that?
Dasha Shabda, maybe Dashan. We can check that. Forget Eka, Dasha Shabda, you take declensions and you can check whether that is there. I think it will be there in the Shabda part of ashtadhyayi.com. We can go look. Okay. There, why that portal is good is it will not only just show the declension, it will show the Pratipadika and explain it also, I think, in the head there. So that's why it's good. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So we have, of course, Tad Shabda. We have to memorize. This one everybody more or less knows. Sahata Utetam Tautan. This is one thing that doesn't have Sambodhana. So it's been dropped off. Ashtadhyayi.com puts the Sambodhana in the last row. These are all from some other portals. So I hope the forms are correct. I'm praying that they are correct.
If I may again,
yes, Bhagini.
again, I'm not too sure I should be doing this. But this Dharet, what table you have shown is Napunsakalinga. We need Pullinga.
Yeah, potentially. But the Vibhakti that is there allows us to use Napunsaka table for now. Yeah. You may be right. Okay. Yeah, I think Kavi Shabda, another one. Kavihi, Kavi, Kavayah, Kavim, Kavi, Kavin, Kavina, Kavibhyam, Kavivihi. So the same thing, Kirtihi, Kavihi, similar. So Kirtihi, Kirti, Kirtayah, Kirtim, Kirti, Kirtin, Kirtina, Kirtibhyam, Kirtivihi, like that. Kirtihi Shabda. Or actually it's Kirti.
Kirti is Strilinga. Kavi is Pullinga.
But here it is Pullinga-fied Kirti. Bahuvrihitva has thrown it into masculine, right? So we have to take the masculine declension Kavi table and go. Bhagini.
Okay.
Pullinga, see, Pullinga. Originally the word may be Strilinga, but once we have personified somebody with that, he takes the personified linga, Pullinga. Okay. Okay. So I think that was that. So let's read the two verses once. In the whole grammatical analysis, sometimes we lose the beauty of the verses themselves. So it will be nice. Marut prayuktascha marut sakabham. Oh, need to break after reading this. Marut sakabham tam archyam arad abhivartamanam avakiran balalataha prasunaihi achara lajairiva paurakanyah इत्थं व्रतं धारयतः प्रजार्तं समं महिष्या महनीय कीर्तेः सप्तव्यतियुस्त्रिगुणानि तस्य दिनानि दीनोद्धरणोचितस्य. So that is the verse. So we will come back with after the water break. 12:11 now. So 12:15 we start again. Okay, take a water break, please.
Recording stopped. In progress.
We'll come back. So first, I would like to place my appreciation for this great artist Bapu, who has sketched this above right picture of Pattabhisheka of Sri Rama. One of the most brilliant works I have seen in his hand. The richness of colors he uses, it's unbelievable. Okay, so almost every character is there. Vasishta here, Hanuman here. I guess these are Bharata and Shatrughna and Lakshmana, various people somewhere. Okay. Alright. So you see Achara Lajaihi, Pushpa Lajaihi is visible here. Very interesting picture. Simple, normal people also there. One lifting a baby. He brings, and also you see our this thing, Guha is also there. Sugriva, Vali. Not Vali, sorry, Sugriva and his other people in his court, I guess. Vibhishana must be. Interesting. Alright, with the Gada must be Sugriva here. Okay, so Bapu. His full expanded name I told once, I forgot. Anyway, Samskrita Sahitya Parichayaha Itihasaha. So we will I will just read this for a paucity of time. Normally I would have deployed students to try and practice. You do practice, okay? I tried to give a diction practice on the platform, thinking it will all be easy, but it has been a little bit of pain. That platform is still work under progress type of thing. I have got about 10 submissions successfully, people who have had the luck on their side and have evaluated and marked them. Many of you have attempted a lot and are a little bit frustrated. I understand many times you have done the recording and it has dropped into thin air. Please see that at least when you read it, you practiced it for the sake of the assignment. That was always my aim, that you practice reading. Okay, and what I thought was, instead of using live class time, whether if you can submit recordings, I can hear it during spare time and give my opinion, which kind of happened for a percentage of you but couldn't happen through that portal. So after it matures a bit, maybe we can try again. But you don't stop doing the diction. Please just take such segments, do an audio recording with your mobile, listen to it yourself. Listen to it yourself. You know, you yourself as a listener will be able to appreciate where I am going wrong, what I am doing right, etc. Okay. We usually love our voices, but still we can be critical, self-critical. Okay. Samskrita Sahitya Parichayah Itihasah. Pura घटितानां घटनानां यथाक्रमम् उल्लेखः इतिहासः इति कथ्यते. इतिहासः इति किम् इति पृच्छामः चेत् पुरा घटितानां घटनानां यथाक्रमम् उल्लेखः, the writing in order of the events that occurred in the past. So in English it almost reverses itself. Okay. So इतिहासः इति कथ्यते. ताः घटनाः व्यक्तिसम्बद्धाः, समाजसम्बद्धाः, भौतिकाः वा भवेयुः. They can be related to specific people, they can be related to specific society, or they here bhautikaha, what is the exact intention I am trying to think. Like for example adi bhautika, ati daivika, that sense maybe. Okay. So related to events on the earth, the material earth, like that sense. Yeah. Yeah. Bagini?
Geographical?
Ha, correct. That sense is very strong. Very good translation. Geographical is a good translation. So that means maybe of a particular region, like that. Very good. Okay. So tasam varnanam eva itihasah. So what is tasam? Why it is strilinga? So ghatanaha is strilinga pada. That's why tasam, ghatananam, like that. Okay. Varnanam eva itihasah. Every time now when we look at the second sentence, we see a sarvanam in a particular linga, that is a sangati there. Now what is the sangati? Why it's in strilinga? Oh, ghatana, strilinga. Like that we go back now, we start appreciating a bit more. Okay. Iti ha asa. So this is Yutpati Katanam. Iti ha asa. Like this way, indeed it was. Okay. So iti ha asa. Purvam evam asit kila. Iti tasya shabdasya artham varnayanti. Purvasmin kale janajivanam katham asit. In the olden days, how was the way of life of people? Ke mukhya nayakaha asan. Who were the great leaders? Jananam arthika shasakiya dharmika naitika vyavasthasu purogamanam katham abhavat. Purogamanam means progression. Okay. Arthika, material part of life. Shasakiya, the rulership part of life, the law and things like that. Dharmika, we don't need to explain it to any of us here. Okay. And naitika, the niti related stuff. Okay. So that means different types of aspects of life. Arthika, shasakiya, dharmika, naitika, vyavasthasu. You can say naitika is not separately needed if you talk dharmika, definitely. I agree. But they have highlighted further an aspect of dharma, niti. Okay, vyavasthasu purogamanam katham abhavat. How was the progress? Etesham sarvesham vishayanam vivaranam itihase bhavati. We can truly say this. In fact, even Kalidasa Kavyas is giving us a picture of the society then, like Achara Laja, things like that. It gives us a beautiful picture. Okay, etesham sarvesham vishayanam vivaranam itihase bhavati. Yasmin granthe etadrisha varnanani bhavanti te grantaha itihasa grantaha iti adhunikanam vyavaharaha. In whichever text these kind of descriptions occur, we call them itihasa grantha. Etadrisha grantheshu sarvasam api ghatananam. Again ghatana strilinga, so sarvasam. Sarvesham would have been pullinga, sarvasam strilinga. So etadrisha grantheshu sarvasam api ghatananam sthana nirdeshaha. So bhaugolika nirdeshaha. Kala nirdeshaha cha Yatha sambhavam kriyate. Here there is a regret. Yatha sambhavam kriyate. Most places it is poorly absent. For some reason, authors don't identify their own time. Though there was calendar business was very strong in India. Shaka and all those things were there. But somehow only few kavis seems to clearly indicate the shakas in which they are doing their work or their kings were, etc. It requires lot of guessing and inferential. Like if some kavi refers to another kavi's work, then we say, oh, this guy was after that guy. Like this we have to go. We have to build a pyramid from other known stuff. It's not, it's a little poor. I wish there was a paddhati, just like Mangala Kathana is there. The second verse should have been Kala and Desha Kathana. If that paddhati had been introduced in the Shastras, I wish it had been, it would have made our life much easier to appreciate the timelines. There's so much oofa foofa now, anywhere they claim 500 BC to 1500 AD like that, it becomes laughable. Okay, etadrisha granthasya lekhanam dvidha bhavati. Two ways in which they are written. Lekakah swakale vrittanam ghatananam yatharthyena varnanam karoti. Okay, the author himself is participating and the events that happened in his time as is he tries to describe. There is usually embellishment, please. Embellishment is there in every society. It's nothing, embellishments are never hurting us. Eshaha pratama. We should read below the embellishment to see the truth. That's all. Eshaha pratama. This is the first type. Yatra tadrishanam ghatananam varnanam na upalabhyate tatra tasam uha kriyate. So little bit of guessing happens. Like Kalidasa has done wonderful kavya with extending on top of others' knowledge, simple knowledge. If one simple sentence may be there in Valmiki Ramayana, he will use his uha to make a upakhyanam from that in his kavitva. Eshaha dvitiyaha. So yathartyam uha iti rupadvayam. Tatkalina kavyani dhana mudraha. So this is the coins. Dhana mudraha. Dana patrani. This used to be written on metal scrolls sometimes, so they are remained, or maybe on stone also. Okay, Shila Sasana, that comes next. Shila Shasanani, stones inscriptions. Matha Devalayadishu Sthitani Tamrapatrani. This is a huge source. In many temples and mathas, they have maintained old Tamrapatras which have those shasanas and records and things like that. So if somebody is able to decrypt from that, we can make out a lot. Ityadeha asmakam uhayaha adharaha bhavanti. Stuti nindarahitaha vastusthiti varnanatmakaha bhavati shuddha itihasaha. So shuddha itihasa does not go into too many superlatives either in positive or negative direction. Stuti is positive direction, ninda is opposite direction. So that which is bereft of unnecessary stuti and ninda, vastusthiti varnanatmakaha, one that describes things as is, that will be a Shuddha Itihasa. You can more or less say Valmiki is close to this. He doesn't go into extreme stuti. Of course, for Rama as a Avatara Purusha, there is some stuti there. But otherwise, as you keep progressing, it is focusing on the story movement a lot more than stuti. Okay. Samskrita Sahitye etadrishaha Shuddha Itihasaha Viralaha eva. Admission. Everybody embellishes. Kavayaha api Swakiya Kavyeshu Swasya Nama Kevalam Uktavantaha. Some of them just indicate their name. Okay. They don't even give further. Kintu Kala Deshadi Vishaye Te Mauninaha eva. Same admission that I am also crying earlier. Ataha eva Kalidasadinam Desha Kaladi Vishaye Vayam Spashtataya Kimapi na Janimaha. Raja Maharajadinam Kataha Yadyapi Labhyante Tatapi Taha Atishayokti Purnaha Utprekshitaha Vasanti. Tends to be, overblown, the reality. That has been admitted here. Tatra tatra charitram vyatyastham api. I mean, one fellow says this, another fellow says that. What do you believe? That's vyatyastam. I mean, there is a vityasa in between their descriptions. Asya idam karanam bhavitum arhati. So they are trying to explain what could be the reason there was this total lack of care about giving desha kala vishaya accurately. So itihasa vishaye bharatiyanam drishtireva anya asit. Their viewpoint was slightly different. Tesham drishtau tithi masa varshadinam mahatvam nasit. Because of the cyclicity of life, they gave less importance to the linear identification of time. That's what is being explained. It's a poor excuse, but it's an excuse nevertheless. Yaya bhuta kalina ghatanaya vartamana kalinanam stitihi rupita bhavati athava uttama bhavati sa eva ghatana tesham mukhya asit. Whatever happened in the past that has some moral sense and usefulness for today, that was their focus. They try to ignore the other things. That means a lot of reality was not highlighted. That's what is the lament here. Ataha eva yaya kayapi vidhaya tam ghatanam utprekshya te varnayanti sma. Whatever they felt was positive, they would do utpreksha and even describe to help give a bodha. Okay. Vastavika swarupapekshaya pariname eva tesham mahati asakti asit. They were more focused on the impact rather than the enumeration of reality. Little bit of that excession was there. Tatra kim abhavat ityapekshaya sa ghatana asmakam kam upakaram kuryat ityatra eva te manah dattavantah. What happened there? That was less interesting than how that event could be useful for us. That being the focus, they allowed a lot of utpreksha and others to come into picture, or even neglect some whatever happened. Ataha eva taihi rachitaha itihasa sambaddaha grantaha api tadrishaha eva santi. So it's a very clear factual statement by Samskrita Bharati admitting the what is poor in our itihasa keeping also. We have to know. If we only clap everything, we will never learn. So this is also a little bit of lament about how it could have been slightly dual purposed. It could have focused on upakarakatva, it could have also focused on naijatva potentially. There's no need to hide or not highlight. Okay. Again, because lot of our granthas are lost also maybe. Whatever remained was the strong core, and the strong core tends to be the good stuff that is used daily in pravachana, etc. That may be the reason also. Destruction has not been highlighted here. I would include that as a point. Okay, even today destruction continues. Adhuna kanchana samskrita itihasa grantan avalokayama. Now let us focus on some actual itihasa granthas. Prathamam asmakam dve mahakavye Ramayana Mahabharate dvandva samasa. Okay, dve mahakavye Ramayana Mahabharate Ramayanam Mahabharatam cha Ramayana Mahabharatau Bharate Kshamyatam Napumsake kila. So palam phale palani. So that was Bharatam Bharate Bharatani, like that declines. Okay. Itihasa granteshu ullekham arhataha. These two, Ramayana and Mahabharata, they require special mention amongst the historical granthas. Tayoho Ramayanam kavyamiti prasiddham. Ramayana is also famous as a kavya. Mahabharatam also is equally a kavya. But you know, like I told you once earlier, we look at them more as itihasa grantha and less as kavyas because they are rishis, not mere kavis. Mahabharatam, that is Valmiki and Vyasa. Mahabharatam itihasaha ityeva prasiddham. Yadyapi tayoho atishayoktayah anekaha santi. There are a lot of excessive description statements there, which clearly is superlative. Tathapi te satyaghatanam avalambya eva rachite. So those two are created using truthful incidents. Iti shraddhalunam vishwasaha. Most of us who are faithful believe so. Tritiyam tu Banasya Harshacharitam. So Harshacharitam is next Itihasa Grantha that is seen in our Sahitya Vangmaya, and much later. We are talking of 2000 years range, 1500 2000 years range. So Kristabdiye Shashta Shatake, so 1500. Kristabdiye Shashta Shatake Vidyamanaha Ayam Banaha Swasya Ashrayadatuhu Kanojarajasya Kanojarajasya Harshavardhanasya Charitam Swakiye Kavye Varnitavan. Okay, actually in Kannada, for example, I have a book, something that has come from parampara of my lineage. In Kannada it is, which has some Samskrita shlokas also. There is a kingdom called Keladi. It was somewhere north of the Mysuru kingdom, Keladi. So there also the Kavis of that Keladi kingdom have put down the Itihasa Grantha of the Keladi kings in a Kannada book with embedded with some Samskrita kavyas. So we get even in local languages these benefits. Yes, Prakash Kamatwarye, you're trying to say something?
No, nothing.
Unmuted and some sound was coming through. Sorry. Okay, so we do get this in local languages also. Okay. And what I found, because I have access to that old book, I think this was printed in under Mysore Wadayar kings, he got it printed. I think they were Samantas to Mysore kings or something like that. So he got it printed, and I have a print from that early set. I find full lineage of even the Islamic rulers of North mentioned there. Okay. Full lineage of Islamic rulers of North, etc. All these are recorded, and clear years, dates, etc. are there. So it's anyway. Yeah. So not necessarily in Sanskritam, you will find them in Prakrita Bhashas, Kannada, Marathi, all those things. Chaturtha Grantaha Kalhanasya Rajatarangini Namakaha. So Kalhana Rajatarangini. So Bana Harshacharitam. Remember, Valmiki Ramayanam, Vyasaha Mahabharatam, Banaha Harshacharitam, Kalhanaha Rajatarangini. Here there is a Strilinga name. So far we had three Pullinga Napumsaka names: Ramayanam, Mahabharatam, Harshacharitam. More traditionally they tend to be Napumsaka names. In some cases you do see Strilinga names like this. Rajatarangini Namakaha Kalhanasya Kritihi Grantaha. Namakar something will come if it is Kritihi. Here Grantaha, so Namakaha. Okay. Kashmira Deshiyaha Kalhanaha. Kashmira Desha, don't imagine today's Kashmira. Number one, it's used to be almost everything north of Punjab Desha. Okay. Kalhanaha Swagranthe Kashmira Rajavamshasya Sahasra Varshatmakam Charitram Varnitavan. Wow, 1000 years record is there. Sahasra Varshatmakam Charitram Varnitavan. So Rajatarangini has that. Okay. Grantha Nirmana Vishaye Kavihi Eva Adhikara Patrani Shilalekhanani Danapatrani Hastalikita Grantaha Puranani Prachina Dhanamudraha Janashrutayaha Etesham Sarvesham Parishilanam Krutva Aham Imam Grantam Likitavan iti vadati. So one great, this Kavi, I have to clap him. He clearly says, I am not doing uha poha. I have based my charitra rating based on adhikara patrani, from records of the kingdom, okay, and stone records, from letters of grants, from small booklets which are written by hand, from some Purana stories that we know. I mean, maybe other Kalhana type guys who existed before him in that kingdom, using their books. Okay, Prachina Dhanamudraha, using ancient coins, and folklore. Janashrutayaha is folklore. Okay, based on all this, I have created. He himself says in a verse inside his Rajatarangini. That is nice. प्रायः संस्कृतसाहित्ये अयम् एकः एव शुद्धः इतिहासः भवितुम् अर्हति, बिकास् he has clearly admitted his honesty in saying I have written what I have learnt. So this is probably identifiable as Shuddha Itihasa. Remember this. So question can come. Samskrita Sahitye Shuddha Itihasah iti kasya नाम भवितुम् अर्हति, कस्य ग्रन्थस्य नाम भवितुम् अर्हति, कः तस्य रचयितारः. Like this 2 mark question. Remember, Kalhana, Rajatarangini and why. And what is this? Kashmira Rajanam विषये. Kashmira Rajaha is akaranta. That's why Kashmira Rajana. Okay. Anye api केचन इतिहास संबद्धाः काव्यग्रन्थाः सन्ति. There are a few more. यद्यपि तेषु वर्णना बाहुल्यं दृश्यते, there is a lot of detail, तथापि ऐतिहासिकाः बहुविषयाः तत्र लभ्यन्ते. Actually वर्णना बाहुल्यम् इत्यत्र, is there an extra abahulyam? I think bahulyam eva. Even though those itihasa granthas go into more kavitva, varnana bahulyam means excessive, he went like this, the trees swayed and the dhuli rose from the wheels of the ratha, like Kalidasa goes, na? Kalidasa is a varnana bahulya kavi. So even that more excessive kavitva is seen, even then there are ऐतिहासिक बहुविषयाः तत्र लभ्यन्ते. ओके, तेषां ग्रन्थानां ग्रन्थकर्तॄणां च नामनिर्देशनमात्रम् अत्र क्रियते. We are not going to talk much about them except giving a list. Potentially it could be to interest us. Maybe we can dig up some archive.org records of old prints of this. All good Sanskrit book printing happened in the 18th, 19th, 20th centuries, earlier 20th. 21st century, we are all struggling to even understand Samskrita. Navasahasankacharitam, Padmaguptaha, Bilhana, okay, Kalhana is there, Bilhana is there, Vikramanka Deva Charitam, Hemachandrasya Kumarapala Charitam, Gurjara Someshwarasya Kirti Kaumudi, Ganga Devyaha, see 3 lady author, Ganga Devyaha Veerakampana Raya Charitam. This is south. Veerakampana Raya Charitam. This must be very close to Vijayanagar era. Tirumalambayaha, see another lady author, Varadambika Pariyanayah. Oh, Varadambika Parinayaha. It's about the marriage of Varadambika. She has explained. So nice. Okay. So we can get lot of Sampradaya. This you see 16th century, 1530. Very interesting. At least 500 years ago, Sampradaya we can read from that Grantha. So those Granthas can be pursued to at least understand the Achara Vichara. The story itself may not be, so great for us, but the Achara and all the Vichara, all those things happen there. That is interesting. And this is from a very contemporary lady author. So, yeah. Ramabhadraamba, another lady author. Ramabhadrambayaha Raghunathabhyudayam, 17th century. Ityadeyaha aneke grantaha Bharatiya Prachina iti vrittasya prakashakaha santi. So imagine there is this false belief in is that in old times ladies were not allowed to study, nothing like that. See, where did Ganga Devi, Tirumalamba, Ramabhadraamba, all that come out of? Walls? No. They came out of the Paddhati that was there, that they were also educated equally well to be able to do Kavitva, no less. Okay. So that is that. Where are we on time? Close to ending. So I think we'll have to take this up in the afternoon. Okay. I don't want to take excessive time because we are going to meet again today afternoon at 3. We will continue with Samskrita Granthakara Parichaya at that time and conclude more or less and see if we can jump into the 4th lesson a little bit. Are there any questions? I did not do excessive English explanation because slowly we are climbing into Sanskritam enough. But best is please go back and just like I tried to read, you also read. Okay. Try to read so that you can yourself hear. You don't have to be loud. if you can yourself hear, because pronunciations can only be checked if you do oral reading. If you do mental reading, pronunciations can't be checked, because mentally we'll read perfectly. Abba. But orally is when the problem starts. So orally read them kindly, so that your own ear hears it. And if you can audio record with your mobile, listening it again will actually point out the errors, because even you can see in the class when I read, I make many mistakes that I am not aware of. Sometimes one of you brothers or Bhaginis, you highlight the mistakes I am making. That's important. Okay, so listening to you again, those mistakes will come out. Okay, do that. That's a good habit. This book, Bhagini.
There was one word, rachite.
Saptami in the Sati Saptami. Oh, this is Dvivachana, Bhagini. Here it is. See here Mahabharatam apicha Ramayanam iti Dvivachane Ramayana Mahabharate iti svikritam asti kila. Tasya visheshanam rachite iti bhavati.
Okay.
Rachitam, rachite, rachitani. Rachite Dvivachane.
Okay, so this is Nam Pada, is it?
Yeah. Rachitam, rachite, rachitani.
Okay.
And it's a visheshana namapada, so it can take rachitam or rachitaha or rachita forms.
Okay, got it, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Because the actual noun Ramayanam and Mahabharatam is in a Pumsaka, without looking them as granthav, technically rachitau, if it is used here, then mentally you should associate as granthav. If it is rachite, associate as Ramayana Mahabharate, like that. That's all.
Okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, all right, guys. So let's call it a morning. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you, everyone. Please join us. Namo Namaha.
Hari Om Namo Namaha.
Namaste.
Recording stop.